So here's a little tip for Versa owners. This affects the 2020 all the way up through the 2024. I am parked on a hill and my fuel is low. So the car is tilted this way and down, mainly down. So when the car is tilted down, let me take that out. I do like that beep, but kind of annoying in the video. So when the car is tilted down, it actually, all the fuel goes to the front of the tank, I believe, and the pickup is in the rear. So right now, I'm getting a no start situation. So what I'm thinking I'm going to need to do is get it out on the level ground to get it started. I've got a few errors here. So even though it shows 26 miles, being aimed forward, I think is giving it some grief. So that's just a little tip. If you're low on fuel, even with 1 bar left on the fuel tank, you cannot park on a steep downhill. Now I do believe, let me take this out of gear and just kind of try to angle. Okay, now I'm on level ground, maybe even slightly uphill. Let's try again. Open the door. And we're still having a no start. Let's try again. See, now it's showing as 0 fuel. I don't want to run down the battery. I think I might still be at a bad angle because I am tilted a little bit sideways there. Maybe if I like wiggle the car a little bit, shake the car, see if that helps. So, this has happened once before, and I actually can't remember what I did. I may have just pulled down onto the road to get it to fire up. But obviously, my next step, once I figure out exactly what to do here, is going to be to get it to the gas station. See, now the fuel is showing 0 bars. So I may actually have to stop and get some fuel and put it in here to get this thing going, but we'll see. All right, so here's the update and the resolution and some more information. So what I did was I kind of I turned the ignition on and then kind of cranked on the steering. It's weird, the electric power steering worked for a second and then stopped. But once I did that, I kind of slammed on the brakes and sloshed the fuel in the tank around a little bit. I don't know if you noticed on this, but it went down from 0 bars back to 1 bar. So I was able to get the car started. And now I'm directly going to the gas station where I'm gonna fill it up. But yeah, I just wanted to give this as a warning to all Versa owners. You're probably better off filling up at no lower than 2 bars. I think you can be safe on 2 bars. But due to some inaccuracies in the fuel gauge and the design of the tank, I mean, most tanks will let you get down to fumes, but they hold all of the fuel in a like an internal baffle or something like that. And this car, you know, this is one of the hidden things that you see on a very inexpensive car. Normally people who fill up earlier will never experience that. But if you're like me, you like to push the limits on fuel tanks. And actually, this is not the first time this has happened. You would have think I would have learned my lesson. But I thought when it said 24 miles of range left and it still had 1 bar, that we'd be good to go. But yeah, I can't really describe the angle that I was parked on either. It was kind of tilted to the left and kind of tilted down. And then it's funny, I was actually tilted more down once I moved the car, and that allowed it to start. And when it started, it revved up a lot. It went up to like 2,000 RPMs on its own. But the interesting thing is I do not appear to have the power loss that I've referenced in other videos, even though I turned the key and tried to start it and it didn't start. So I think it's only if you don't hold the key on long enough to start it when everything is good. But either way, that's the update and warning for those of you who own one of these. Just don't run it low on fuel. Don't run it lower than 2 bars and you'll be fine. I think that's about when the low fuel light comes on. Don't pay attention to the miles range. It's really not accurate. All right, have a great day, everyone.